Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are now rocking with your one and only host, the Astro Guru, and you are once again watching Astroteric TV. And today's topic is why you cannot sleep. Once again, said I was going to do it yesterday. I didn't because I fell asleep. But here I am today. From so now this is gonna be a deep topic. So I'm just getting my thoughts together for how I want to break this down so we can put it all together. All right. Now, before corruption came into your life, that's why people say, you sleep like a baby. Because, babies sleep good. Now, you used to be able to sleep just fine. Understand, when your imagination was running wild before life hit. When your imagination was running wild and you had, your Disney movies and things like that. Because ignorance is bliss. And with ignorance being bliss, your life is peaceful. And peace is required for you to get good sleep. So, as you got older and you started doing things that corrupted your soul, knowing better. The thing is, ignorance is bliss because you don't know better. But once you know better, you can do better. So if you know better and you don't do better, you're going to suffer the consequences. And you suffered consequences and karma for things that you knew better. And somehow, some way, you still didn't adhere to what, your higher self was telling you. It might have been telling you to stop doing something. But there's all kind of things. But that's why it's also important to know yourself as a person. Because if you know yourself as a person, you'll know what you can and can't live with. You'll know what you can and can't, sleep with that night. Like I tell people all the time, if you can't go to sleep at night after you do it, don't do it. So anytime somebody approaches me with anything, the first thing I think about is like if you tell me, hey, bro, let's sign up for the army during a war, and I'm like, man, they're going to make us kill people. Like, if I'm the type of person that, think if I kill people, I might go crazy and kill myself. Or if I kill people, I might, get myself killed or something like that. Then, if I'm that scary, I'm not going to take that chance because I want to be able to, live peacefully. So, there's many things that can corrupt you, as we know. Sex, alcohol, drugs, things like that. So it's not about the fact that you're even doing the drugs and things. It's about how you think about it and, your attachment to things. So if you feel like you're not doing good in life because you got a drug habit, then you might need to change. You might need to change that. Like you might need to not have a drug habit. You might need to take yourself to rehab, things like that. Or you might need to rehabilitate yourself. If you feel like the drugs is okay, but you just need to go to work more, then that's what you're going to do. It's all on you. You can be filming. You can do it however you want to do it. And drugs don't have to be the problem. They just can be the problem. But money can be the problem too. So it's all on how you think of it. You got full functioning addicts. Like, yeah, they get high and things like that, but they also pay all their bills and shit like that. But then you got sober people that don't take care of their kids at all. So they get money. They probably got the money too. They just don't do it. It's all on you at the end of the day. So the people that, with insomnia and things like that come in, 9 times out of 10 is because 2 things are happening. Your higher self is trying to get in touch with you. So the more and more you keep interacting with people, it's trying to isolate you. And seeing as most people take time, to go by themselves and go to sleep, what spirit is trying to do is it's trying to trick you into going alone, because if on night one when spirit's trying to talk to you and you talking to everybody else because you at work, then you come home and you messing with the kids, and then you go to the club with everybody else, spirit can't get through to you because you're not sitting by yourself enough. So what's gonna happen now is the devil gonna trick you into doing some things that's gonna make you stay up. Feel me? Either you're gonna be up overthinking stuff like that, but spirit is gonna once again try to come to you on day 2, day 3, day 4. So as you've been staying up longer and longer, you're gonna become delusional. You're gonna be in like this weird trance where like you almost feel like you dead and in heaven already or something like that. Like you know how people get. You start laughing at everything, all that kind of craziness. But spirit just might be able to get through to you because you're gonna be tripping, but you're gonna be hearing stuff, seeing stuff, and that it happens both ways. Whether you're in the light or the dark, that can happen. In the dark, it's someone preying on you doing that. When you're in the light, it's spirit doing that. But spirit not trying to hurt you. It's just trying to get through to you. When people are doing that to you, they're trying to confuse you and distort your vision, your thoughts, your emotions, things like that. But so that's one, identifying why you can't go to sleep. Like if you're a light person and you can't go to sleep, is somebody haunting you, is somebody attacking you? And if you're a dark person, it's something you did is haunting you. Like something that some type of action you took is haunting you. So now, in order to combat that, what you got to do is go back to square one. You got to go think about what was you doing or what happened the last time you got some good sleep. Recall that day. So when you jump back into your memory and you think like, yeah, that day everything was cool. Like I ain't have to work that day. And it could have just been 3-4 days ago. You just like, yo, I ain't have to work that day. Like ain't nobody really called my phone. Like, my sister pulled up, or my brother pulled up. Feel me? I was kicking it with bruh, like, feel me, we was playing 2K, like, feel me, we smoked like 2-3 blunts and then, went to sleep. Like, that's because you didn't have too much stress on you that day. And you didn't add none on because of the stress that you already got. We at a point now in our lives where we grown. We got mistakes that we've made. So if you want to sleep better, what you do is, once you got the insomnia and things like that, you sit down by yourself and you take the time to think of people that did you wrong. It don't matter if they did you or if you did them wrong or not. But just think of the people that did you wrong and forgive them. Forgive all of the people that did you wrong, because you don't have to keep dealing with them. And if they don't know that they did you wrong, call them and tell them how you feel. Like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, it might be old. Tell them like, yo, all my life, this is how I've been feeling. Blah, blah, blah. And then, you ask them for forgiveness. Because like I need, I forgive you, but I'm asking, can you forgive me for not telling you that this is how I also felt, my whole life or something like that, or our whole time being around each other. Like I've been a snake to you in this whole time. You didn't even know it. Like they might know it. You just might be a low level snake. They don't care. Like they're just like, man, you cool, bro. I ain't worried about that shit. Like so. Also, think about correcting your own wrongs, righting your wrongs. So if you did something, fucked up to somebody, whether they know or not, just, call them, tell them it ain't no bad blood. Your exes. Sometimes you might have to just reach out like, yo, my fault, for, how we ended, shit like that. But, I was a different person at that time. And I just wanted to say, I'm proud of what you became, shit like that. Like, give people their flowers and make sure that at the end of the day, they would at least like want to give you your flowers. Like they don't have to or not, that's on them. But put yourself in a position to be like, all right, now I ain't keep the bullshit up. Like, could I at least get my flowers for that? And forgive your parents for the things that they might have took you through, because they probably didn't have the best judgment at the time that they might have had you. Like, that's just that. Forgive anybody born not in the time you were born, because They were living in different times. So their brains have been coded different ways and for different scenarios that they might have tried to prepare you for, but we're no longer going through. So it's like you can't give me this outdated knowledge. Like I got to go out here and learn for myself because the world is going in a different direction than what you might have thought it was going in when you was doing whatever you was doing. And just pretty much, it's new things. Sometimes you need fresh legs off the bench to come in and assess what's going on. But I feel like that's about enough for y'all. I don't really want to, I could go on forever. I could go on forever with these topics. Like, but I'm just going to let y'all have that for now. Till next time.